Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Avatar: The Last Airbender. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episodes 14 and 15 of Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm getting close to the end and I'm getting sad / excited because what I really like is that they only made 3 seasons, that they had a complete plan of story, that they knew where it was going to start, they knew it was in the middle, and they knew how it was going to end. And to me, that's the best told story, not one that you just drag out and drag out and drag out because people love the characters, you know. I know that there's comic books and then there's certain videos that are on YouTube, like an unaired pilot or an unaired episode, which I plan on watching. I don't know if it'll be for the channel or not. It might just be a Patreon only thing. But definitely they had an idea of where they wanted the story to go. And I know this is based off of comic books, I think. So the story was already there. And then, obviously I have to watch the movie and see them take all these characters that I love and possibly destroy them. So the journey I'm going to be on in the next couple reactions, I think, is going to be an emotional one of, filled with love and joy and sorrow and letting go and being proud and happy for these characters and the arcs that they've had and the things that they've overcome and what they've accomplished. And, at such a young age, I wasn't doing anything at 14. I was a lazy teenager, and, they're out here saving the world. So, if that doesn't kind of put things into perspective of just how courageous these kids are, I don't know what else will. Now, the last episode, I was making all these calls left and right. It's a dragon egg, and I just was I was all over the place. And, I got excited when they mentioned Pai Shao because I was just oh, the White Lotus tile, and I was just oh, that doesn't really do anything. I mean, maybe Sokka having the tile from the Swordmaster will, ignite something in Zuko a little bit because of Uncle Iroh. And I think somebody told me that the Swordmaster had trained Zuko. I don't know if that's a spoiler or not. But Zuko is a master at swords, so that would not surprise me whatsoever. But I was making a lot of a lot of guesses and they were way off, which I love, because if the show were predictable, I wouldn't like it nearly as much. It's not nearly as fun. Every now and then when I say the same thing as a character or I come up with it just before it happens, that's fun. But not knowing about Avatar Roku being, part of Zuko's lineage, that was a shock to me. And I love it. I love those things that I just don't see coming. So now that we have Zuko and he's part of the group, Katara very much does not like this. And you know what? That's okay. Everybody has to work through what they have to work through at the speed that they're comfortable with. Sokka's not overly emotional to where he's getting hung up on that kind of thing. And I don't think they're going to be besties by any means in the next couple episodes. But, I think that Sokka being the person that he is and the plan maker, he sees that, Zuko being part of the team is actually a good thing. Now, does that mean he trusts him 100%? No. But, Katara is very much emotional and, she's got to heal those wounds and the things that happened between Zuko for, 2.5 seasons of him chasing after her boyfriend Aang and, attacking the Fire Nation, coming to the Southern Water Tribe and threatening them. And, the fact that there's been a 100-year war with the Fire Nation, that's not an easy thing to let go of either. And Toph, immediately was just but we need him. And she doesn't have that history. So, she could hear the sincerity in his voice and she could feel the sincerity because she knows when somebody's lying. And I don't think Zuko's a good liar. I don't think he's a good liar. One is not Azula who, she's find something she's not good at. Being nice. I mean, she even apologized to Ty Lee when she was mean to her. So Azula is pretty good at a lot. And a lot of important things. I don't want to say being able to lie is important, but in a time of war, yes. Appa licking Zuko, he remembers that good act that Zuko, the letting him go when the Earth Kingdom, when the Dai Li had Appa, underground. There's just there's so many good things about Zuko that each one person could kind of go like, yeah, there was that one time that he saved me, Aang talking about him being the blue spirit and saving him from captivity, so like, does that pile on and say like, oh, he definitely is a good person? No, but he's a better person than he used to be, and sometimes that's enough. Now, the fact that we got 2 dragons and the sun, oh, dang, the sun warriors? I think they're the Sun Warriors. That was amazing. We got the end theme being played as they're climbing the stairs, and the dragons, and them having the visions. And I find it like really interesting that, the lineage of Zuko being, Sozin's grandson, but also Avatar Roku's grandson, great-grandson on both. That, in the friendships transcending time, and, like friendships like being almost generational, there's a part of Roku that is inside Aang. So, the fact that him and Zuko have been kind of on this, like, I don't want to say a parallel path, but like, they've definitely had paths that have matched each other. And now with them being together and being mirror images of each other and doing that dance, like, I'm so excited to see where this goes, because, with Avatar Roku in Aang and Fire Lord Sozin in Zuko, and like having that middle of having Roku there, like maybe there's a part of Sozin that still like wants to make up for what he did to Roku. I'm not sure. Zuko is probably the most amazing character in this entire like whose show is this? Is it about Zuko or is it about Aang? It's Avatar The Last Airbender, but like, is this Zuko's story? I feel like it is. It's amazing. It's amazing. So we have to do some firebending teaching, which I'm glad that I said that I don't think Zuko is going to be that patient of a teacher. I mean, he's still Zuko, so he still can fly off the handle a little bit, and you kind of saw that mildly. And I'm glad he's doing it without Iroh. I'm glad he is walking this walk without his uncle, because he's being his own man. He's becoming the person he is because of what he feels inside, and I love that. But I do want to know what Iroh's up to, because if he's not trying to, take over, I mean, I know that it's the Avatar's job to defeat the Fire Lord, but if Iroh isn't trying to do something behind the scenes to have loyalty move to him, so then when Ozai is defeated, that Iroh can lead the Fire Nation, or maybe Zuko, but I mean, I don't know what we do about Azula, because she is unstoppable. Or she is stoppable, but I just don't know how yet. I mean, Zuko can redirect lightning, and I don't know if Ozai is going to tell her that. And I mean, they grew up together, so he like knows a lot of her, tricks and moves, so maybe that'll help him in the future. I don't know. I feel like there's got to be a little bit of a showdown between Zuko and Azula, and I don't know if I just want that to kind of have her, humbled a little bit. I don't know. I don't really ever see her being humbled. I see her just being like, you won this one, but I win the next round. Like, that's just what I see from her. Like, I don't really see her being humbled whatsoever. Like that one moment with Ty Lee, that's the only time we've seen that. Okay, guys, I'm super excited to get into these episodes. And like I said, it's followed with a little bit of sadness because I know the end is coming, but I cannot wait to see how this is concluded. Or can I? Maybe I'll take a break. I won't watch the last 4 episodes for a while just so I can savor the flavor longer. I'm kidding. There's no way that I would do that to you guys. But guys, I'm going to launch into these episodes. Super excited. So let's get into it. And I will be doing my Red Bull bending yet again. The Boiling Rock Part 1. The Boiling Rock? Is it a restaurant?
No one can make tea like Uncle, but hopefully I learned a thing or two. Would you like to hear Uncle's favorite tea joke?
Yes. Please tell me he can tell a joke.
Well, I can't remember how it starts, but the punchline is, "Leave me alone. I'm bushed." Well, it's funnier when Uncle tells it.
Probably.
It's nice to get a chance to relax a little. It hardly ever happens.
Oh, famous last words. Sokka, you okay?
Hey, can I talk to you for a second?
Yes. Is it about Suki?
someone was captured by the Fire Nation, where would they be taken?
Who was captured?
Some of our troops were taken. I just want to know where they might be.
Knowing will just make you feel worse.
Oh. Oh.
It's my dad. He was captured too.
Oh, and Boiling Rock? Yikes.
They were taken to the Boiling Rock.
What's that?
Not a
The
restaurant.
highest security prison in the Fire Nation. It's inescapable.
So where is this place?
What are you planning?
Nothing.
A breakout, obviously.
Boy, you're so paranoid.
Don't gaslight him.
You guys actually flew right past it on your way here.
Just knowing makes me feel better.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
Sokka, you're gonna steal Appa. Zuko. Zuko already up there. Ha!
Not up to anything, huh?
I'm gonna rescue my dad. You happy now?
I'm never happy.
The invasion plan was my idea. It's my mistake, and it's my job to fix it. I have to regain my honor.
You need to regain your honor? Believe me, I get it.
He does.
I'm going with you.
I have to do this alone.
No, you don't.
How are you going to get there? Prisons don't have bison daycares. We'll take my war balloon.
And they know that a flying bison is the Avatar's animal, so a war balloon's much easier to get there and get into the Fire Nation with.
What does it say?
Need meat. Gone fishing. Sokka and Zuko. Aang, practice your firebending while I'm gone. Do 20 sets of fire fists every time you hear a badger frog croak. Zuko.
Oh. Ah, get on it.
Nobody else has homework.
Nobody else is the Avatar.
1 hot squat, 2 hot squat, 3 hot squat.
Get you into shape. Get you a booty.
Pretty clouds.
I got nothing to talk about.
A friend of mine actually designed these war balloons. A balloon, but for war.
There's one thing my dad's good at, it's war.
Seems to run in the family.
Hey, hold on, not everyone in my family is like that.
I know, you've changed.
I meant my uncle,
Yeah,
and I really let him down.
I think your uncle would be proud of you.
very much
Leaving your
so.
home to come help us? That's hard.
It wasn't that hard.
Really? You didn't leave behind anyone you cared about?
Hmm?
Well, I did have a girlfriend, May.
That gloomy girl who sighs a lot?
I love her.
Everyone in the Fire Nation thinks I'm a traitor. I couldn't drag her into it.
My first girlfriend turned into the moon.
That's rough, buddy.
Yeah. And I think it's really interesting that the Southern Water Tribe has helmets that look like wolves. And of course, he was destined to fall in love with the moon.
There it is. There's plenty of steam to keep us covered. We should be able to navigate through it without being caught.
Okay. Oh, it is in the middle. Jeez. I simply could not. Oh, it has to be so hot in there, too.
The balloon's not working anymore. The air outside is just as hot as the air inside, so we can't fly.
Lightning. Blue. Blue fire. Make blue fire. Do you know how to make blue fire? Good that they actually hit land. Oh, how do they get out?
What are you doing? It doesn't work anyway, and we don't want anyone to find it.
I hope you know what you're doing.
Yeah, me too.
There's no turning back
I
now.
couldn't have repaired it. Let's see. I mean, if they get the waterbenders, they could turn the boiling lake to ice, right?
I hope
Hopefully.
these disguises work.
We just need to lay low and find my dad as soon as possible.
There's a scuffle in the yard. Come on!
I didn't do anything. I'm going back to my cell.
Stop right there, Chit-sang.
We can't blow our cover.
What did I do?
He wants to know what he did. Isn't that cute?
Yeah, very cute, sir.
Super cute.
You didn't bow down when I walked by, Chit-sang.
What? That's not a prison rule.
Do it!
Make me.
Fair. It's a big boy. It seems like there's a lot of firebenders
Firebending is prohibited.
in this prison.
You! Help me take him in!
Meet back here in an hour.
Huh. A lot of their own people in there. Crazy.
Can you believe this guy?
Prisoners. Am I right?
Tell me about it.
Sokka.
Hey, new guy. I know it's the rule to have your helmet on at all times, but relax.
But what if there's an incident? If I'm not prepared, someone could strike me on the head.
It's fair. He also has to cover up his scar.
The Boiling Rock. It holds the Fire Nation's most dangerous criminals, right? So what about war prisoners?
Well, that's very straightforward. That's what I like about Zuko.
It sure looks cold in there.
That's why we call it the cooler. He won't be firebending in there. It's the warden. Look alive.
And explain yourself.
So, Chit-sang, I hear you used firebending to try to
He
escape.
didn't try to escape.
No one has ever escaped from here. I'd sooner jump in the boiling lake myself than let that record fall.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
Don't forget it. Now go back to your shivering.
Sokka, let him out. Get as many people on your side as possible. This is how they treat their own people?
I asked around the lounge. There are no Water Tribe prisoners. I'm afraid your father's not here.
Are you sure? Did you double check?
I'm sure.
No!
I'm really sorry, Sokka.
So we came all this way for nothing?
No, free all these people.
What would Uncle say?
Oh, I love when he does this.
Sometimes clouds have two sides, and a silver lining in between. It's like a silver sandwich. So, when life seems hard, take a bite out of the silver sandwich.
Gave him an
Maybe
idea.
we haven't failed after all.
I can't believe that worked. I didn't even know what I was saying.
I didn't know what you're saying
you
either.
said made no sense at all. But look, it's Suki.
Back in your cells!
Oh, I'm so happy she's still alive. Hearts in his eyes. I love that boy.
What is it? Did I do something wrong?
You mean you don't recognize me?
You people all look the same to me.
Ugh.
Then maybe you'll recognize this.
Sokka.
Sokka!
Uh-huh.
The other Kyoshi warriors, are they here?
I don't know where they are. They locked me in here because I'm the leader.
Yeah.
I'm busting you out.
I'm so glad to see you, Sokka.
Kisses.
I need to get into that cell.
No, you can't go in there.
Step aside, fool. Hey, hey, what are you doing? Guard, help! Arrest him!
Uh-oh. Okay, there is a way on and off. They just need to get up there. How do they get up there?
You're under arrest. Don't worry, I'll figure it out.
He always does. I'm okay with it.
I never thought I'd find you in here, Prince Zuko.
How did you know who I am?
How could I not? You broke my niece's heart.
Oh.
You're my special prisoner now, and you best behave. If these criminals found out who you are, why, they dare you to shreds.
I don't know about that. I don't know if they're all patriots with the way they're being treated.
Oh, good. You guys have met.
Actually, we met a long time ago.
We did?
Yeah, you
Oh, yeah.
kind of burned down my village.
Yep.
Sorry about that. Nice to see you again.
Happy we could reconnect.
I think I have an escape plan. I checked out the coolers again. They're completely insulated and sealed to keep the cold in. To keep the cold in, it also has to keep the heat out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just get to the point, Sokka.
Yeah.
It's a perfect boat for getting through the boiling water.
Oh.
The cooler as a boat?
I'm telling you, it'll work.
I hope so. I believe in Sokka. When he comes up with an idea.
There's a blind spot between two guard towers. I already tested it out. We'll just float with the current. It'll take us straight across. And bing bang boom, we're home free.
Bing, bing, boom.
How are you gonna get the cooler out?
Yeah, how are you going to get the cooler out?
No, I like this guy.
I heard you hatching an escape plan, and I want in.
There's nothing to get in on.
The only thing we're hatching is an egg?
Oh, Sokka.
I come with you, or the warden hears about this egg, too.
Okay, you're in. Now, first we need someone to unbolt the cooler from the inside.
Oh, I can get you inside.
Okay. I want to see this go down. I like this guy.
Hey, watch where you're going!
You watch who you're shoving.
I think you mean whom I'm shoving.
I need backup over here!
Oh, nice. Good job, Zuko. Ooh. Yep, in the cooler, boy.
Into the cooler.
It's all coming together. I'm so happy to have Suki back. God, I was worried she was dead.
I can take you back to your cell if you've learned your lesson.
Yes, I have. Completely.
Oh, good.
I got Suki and Chitsang out of their cells a few minutes ago. Someone's coming.
New arrivals coming in at dawn. Some robbers, some war prisoners. Though I did hear there might be a pirate.
No fooling.
A
More
pirate?
prisoners. It could be your father.
I know.
What should we do?
Is it right for me to risk Suki's freedom? All of our freedom on the slim chance that my dad is gonna show up?
Sure call Sokka.
You always do the right thing, kiddo. At least you'll know where your dad is.
Took
Wild.
you guys long enough. This here's my girl and my best buddy. They're coming too.
Fine. Everybody in the cooler. Let's go.
It won't sink?
Are you sure you want to go? You're the one who said you wanted to redeem yourself. Rescuing your dad is your chance.
Rescuing Suki is too.
Maybe sometimes it's just better to call it quits before you fail.
Oh, Sokka.
No, it's not. You're going to fail a lot before things work out.
That's supposed to make me feel better?
Yes.
Even though you'll probably fail over and over and over again.
Seriously, not
Yeah,
helping.
too many overs.
You can't quit because you're afraid you might fail.
Yep.
Hey, can we get a move on?
No, I'm staying. You guys go.
I'm not leaving without you, Sokka.
I'm staying too.
Not me, I'm out.
Bye.
We gave up our only chance of escaping.
It's not the only chance.
I hope we haven't just made a huge mistake.
Look at that thing. That's going to be key and important here.
This current is so slow. I can use this to battle.
Oh. Shh. Shh. Well,
Guards, lock down the prisoners.
I guess better them than Sokka, Suki, and Zuko.
Get the fugitives and throw them in the cooler.
They are in a cooler, sir.
One that's bolted down and not floating in the water.
Obviously, that's what he meant. Gosh.
The gondola's moving.
Okay, I guess that would be a really hard spot to leave from, in the middle of the prison.
If my dad's not there, we risked everything for nothing. Come on, come on.
Is that him?
No.
My dad doesn't have a nose ring. That can't be it.
I'm sorry, Sokka.
Hey, you. Get off the gondola.
The last one. Is it Hakoda?
Dad.
Oh, it's a great little close-up. Ah, pulls at the heartstrings. Boiling Rock Part 2, thank you.
Welcome to the Boiling Rock. I'm sure you've all heard the horrible rumors about our little island. Well, I just want to tell you that they don't have to be true.
They don't have to be true.
As long as you do everything I say. Look me in the eye when I'm talking to you.
No.
You'd rather look at my shoes? Then take a look! Now look me in the eye.
With a look of disgust. I like it.
You will all do as I say, or pay the price. You will all...
Whoops.
Get these prisoners out of my sight!
thank goodness you're okay.
If you take one step closer...
You have to take your helmet off when you go in the rooms.
Dad, it's me.
Sokka, my son. You should be more careful with that guard outfit on. I almost punched you in the gut.
Yeah, I ran into that problem earlier.
And you didn't learn. Take the helmet off when you go in the room.
Are you comfortable, Chit-sang?
Yeah, actually, I am pretty comfortable.
I know you and your cronies are not smart enough to come up with that little escape plan. Who is?
Chit-sang, please. Like, don't tell them anything. I know he's going to, but...
Where's everyone else from the invasion?
Yeah,
The
where's
others are
everyone
being
else?
held at a prison near the Fire Nation Palace. They singled me out as their leader and sent me here.
That's what they tend to do.
But before I left, I met some young women who said they knew you. The Oceanama fighters?
You mean the Kyoshi warriors?
Yep.
That's right.
Their leader Suki is here, and she's gonna escape with us.
We'll need all the help we can get.
Yes.
And you know Prince Zuko?
The son of the Fire Lord? I don't know him, but I know of him.
He's my new bestie.
Well, he's here too. He's on our side now. I know, I had the same reaction.
Yep.
After all he's done, it was hard to trust him. But he's really proven himself, and I never would have found you without his help.
Do you have a plan?
Some of the other prisoners got involved and ruined it. I don't know if there's another way off this island.
The gondola.
There's no prison in the world that can hold 2 Water Tribe geniuses.
Then we better find 2.
Oh. He was complimenting you, kiddo.
I just got done talking to my dad. We came up with an escape plan together.
What are you doing here?
I was just telling this dirty lowlife what I think of him.
You'll have to do that later. He's coming with us.
Where's he going?
Why?
Because we have orders straight from the warden. That's why.
Oh, Chit-sang talked.
Could I just get 10 more seconds to rough him up a bit?
Fine, 10 seconds.
Take that!
Ugh!
We have a new plan, but it's gonna need a big distraction.
It's way longer than 10 seconds.
All right, that's enough.
I love Sokka and Zuko together.
No! I didn't do anything wrong.
Come on, Zuko. We all know that's a lie.
May.
I didn't expect that. Oh, please don't make me not like May anymore.
I think he's ready to talk.
Have you had enough time to think about what I asked?
What did he ask?
You're right. There was another person involved in the escape plan. It's a guy who's disguised like a prison guard. He's the mastermind.
Dang it. I get it, though. I'd sing. Chit-sang sung. I'm dumb.
How did you know I was here?
Because I know you so well.
But
Her uncle?
how?
The warden's my uncle, you idiot.
Yeah.
All I get is a letter. You could have at least looked me in the eye when you ripped out my heart.
Aw.
I'm sorry that you have to find out this way, but I'm leaving.
This isn't about you. This is about the Fire Nation.
Thanks, Zuko. That makes me feel all better.
I never wanted to hurt you, but I have to do this to save my country.
You're betraying your country.
That's not how I see it.
Oh, May.
I just talked to my dad, and we're escaping today on the gondola.
On the gondola.
We're gonna commandeer the gondola, and we're gonna take a hostage with us so they won't cut the lines.
We'll never make it onto the gondola.
I don't know if it matters if they have a hostage.
My dad already thought of that. That's why we're gonna start a prison riot.
It's a good plan.
The warden will still just cut the line, even if we have a captive.
That's what I just said.
Not if the warden is the captive.
That is true.
I have to go.
Did they just lock him in?
I'll find you before we start the riot.
Oh, okay.
The warden wants to see you.
Maybe I could schedule another time with him?
He wants to see you now.
One of you is an imposter who thought he could fool me. That person is going to be in a lot of trouble.
That's him, Warden. He's the imposter.
I am not!
You should have treated him better.
He's a liar!
Come uppins. It's What you get for treating people like trash?
It wasn't me!
You threw Chit Sang in the very cooler they used to escape.
That was just a coincidence.
There's someone to see you.
Who told you to interrupt me?
I did.
Ooh.
Princess Azula.
Azula and Tylee. Okay.
Who is this?
He's a guard who was involved in a recent escape attempt.
It wasn't me!
You're wasting your time. That's not one of them.
How do you know?
Because I'm a people person.
I don't think that's true at all.
Hey, I just got orders. Let the prisoners out into the yard.
But we're in the middle of lockdown.
I'll just go tell the warden you said that.
Wait, don't tell the warden. I'm just a little confused.
The warden's in a bad mood and irrational. It's best not to question it and just do what he says.
Yeah, you're right. We're letting them out!
This is it.
See, I had full faith in everything, and then Azula showed up, and now I'm terrified.
Oh, hey! What'd you do that for? That hurt my feelings.
Aw.
Aren't you mad at me? Well, normally I would be, but I've been learning to control my anger.
Oh, that's good.
Hey, you! You're lucky I didn't rat you out. I know you're planning another escape attempt, and I want in.
Actually, we're trying to escape right now, but we need a riot. You wouldn't happen to know how to start one, would you?
I'm sure he would.
A prison riot? Please.
Oh, that poor man.
Riot!
Okay.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Forget about controlling my anger. Let's riot!
This is supposed to be a lockdown!
Ma'am, there's a riot going on. I'm here to protect you.
I don't need any protection.
I'm sorry, but I'm under direct orders from your uncle to make sure nothing happens.
Get off of me!
Oh, Zuko. Azula is not in there, and that's the person you have to worry about the most.
Good. We're all here. Now all we need to do is grab the warden and get to the gondolas.
And how do we do that?
I'm not sure.
Oh, I thought you thought this through.
I thought you told me it's okay not to think everything through!
Maybe not everything, but this is kind of important.
These two together.
I think your girlfriend's taking care of it.
Good job, Suki. Ah! She's amazing! Oh my god, I love her!
You wouldn't dare.
Do it.
You're my prisoner now.
Okay, but Azula.
We've got the warden. Now let's get out of here.
That's some girl.
Tell me about it.
She's amazing. God, Azula's gonna be up here waiting for him.
Back off. We've got the warden. Let's go.
It's too good to be true. Where's Azula and Tylee?
Everyone in.
Zuko. Okay, good. Are you gonna make it, boy?
What are you doing?
I'm making it so they can't stop us.
Way to think ahead.
We're on our way.
Wait, who's that?
Oh, yeah,
That's a problem.
Sure is. I mean, Zuko could probably fight Azula, and Tylee and Suki might be able to fight. Wow. Wow.
This is a rematch I've been waiting for.
Me too.
Don't let her touch you. Yeah, that's right. Block everything that you can, Suki. Oh. Dang. Oh, through her feet? Can she do... What can't she do? I'm surprised she doesn't shoot out of her eyes like lasers. Is that a thing?
Cut the line! If we cut the line, there's no way he'll survive.
He knows that.
Wow. Ugh.
They're about to cut the line!
Yeah, they're willing to sacrifice you guys.
Then it's time to leave. Goodbye, Zuko.
She's just insane.
The gondola's about to go!
I hope this thing floats.
Can't... Is it... What it... Is it made out of the same material as the cooler?
What are you doing?
Saving the jerk who dumped me.
Oh, May! He didn't dump you. He didn't want to bring you into it. I love you, girl. Ugh. It's your girlfriend.
Who's that? It's May.
What is she doing?
Tylee. It makes me so happy.
Sorry, Warden. Your record is officially broken.
Boo-hoo. God, he'd rather die than that record be broken.
My sister was on that island.
And she's probably right behind us, so let's not stop.
What I mean is she must have come here somehow.
Yes, yeah, okay, I didn't think of that.
That's our way out of here.
Oh, she's got a war... What, blimp? Don't you hurt her.
Leave us alone. I never expected this from you.
Yeah, same, Tylee.
The thing I don't understand is why. You know the consequences.
Because she loves your brother.
I guess you just don't know people as well as you think you do.
Mm-hmm.
You miscalculated. I love Zuko more than I fear you.
No, you miscalculated. You should have feared me more.
Oh, Tylee!
Come on, let's get out of here.
Oh my god.
You're both fools.
What shall we do with them, Princess?
Put them somewhere I'll never have to see their faces again. And let them rot.
Well, you never really see her angry, and that really made her angry. Whew. Tylee, coming in clutch.
What happened to the war balloon?
It kind of got destroyed.
Sounds like a crazy fishing trip.
Did you at least get some good meat?
I did. The best meat of all.
Dad meat. That sounds weird.
The meat of friendship and fatherhood.
I'm new. What's up, everybody?
I'm new.
How are you here? Where did you go?
We kind of went to a Fire Nation prison.
Seriously, you guys didn't find any meat?
So I know the main takeaway from that should be that Zuko and Sokka work together to free Hakoda, but really, Tylee and May. That's the thing, is it's just like, with Azula, like her saying, I'm a people person, I was like, no, you're not. You don't know people at all. And the fact that she could continually speak to her friends disrespectfully and coldly, like, that only goes so far. And when there's people that are warm with them and kind to them, nice to them, like, they're not gonna take your crap. I thought we were gonna get like a slow motion like scene, like what we got with Suki and Azula before, and like that it was just gonna end and then I wasn't gonna know what happened to May, but you know, like, I feel like Azula definitely could have said, like, let's kill them or whatever, but she's like, put them somewhere to rot. I don't anticipate that that's going to happen. I mean, you know, you want to have friends, not enemies, and she's really good at making enemies. She had friends, but I love him more than I fear you. I mean, I remember that look, you know, like when Zuko and May were cuddling and Azula said, oh, go help Ty Lee with her hair. And, you know, May walked past her and kind of gave her a side eye. And I was like, ooh, ooh, oof. You can only take so much of Azula. Oof. But Azula, man, I was just like, I don't know how they're going to get out of this. Because anytime I see Azula, I'm just like, she's going to like F it up. I like how I tried not to swear there and I still did. Anyway, you know, so I was like worried and I was like, okay, who's going to fight who? You know, like, is Zuko going to fight Azula and Suki is going to fight Ty Lee, which kind of happened. But I was like, you know, obviously Suki's going to want a rematch with Azula. And so I was just like, oh my God. And then I was like, you know, Sokka has fought Ty Lee in a sense of like just evading her like punches to kind of just be like nope, 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 you're not gonna get me. So I was like, oh man, how is this gonna go down? And I knew the gondola would end up being their way out. I didn't expect a war blimp to be how they got back to the Western Air Temple, so that's amazing. So like Sokka and Zuko are kind of the same, where they don't really think things through, or they think them through, but they don't have like a plan B or C. You know, Sokka has his plan A, and then when that doesn't work, he then evolves into a plan B. And Zuko was kind of that way, but he was more of a shoot from the hip kind of guy, where he's just like letting his emotion and his rage, you know, drive him to do whatever it was. And it was never good. And, you know, I think Uncle Iroh like really like got to him and was just like, you know, like, it's destructive. You need to stop this. And I think them two together kind of calling each other out on that, but then also working together, I think is just phenomenal. I like the friendship that they have, you know, him saving Sokka from falling. I love that we have Zuko on our side, and I love that May and Ty Lee, not that they necessarily picked a side, but they definitely picked a sibling. Well, I don't know if Ty Lee picked Zuko, but she definitely picked May, and May picked Zuko. So happy right now. I'm so happy right now. And Hakoda is back with his kids. And, you know, it makes me really, really sad when I see Sokka have those moments with Katara and his father. And I don't know what Zuko would be like if he had those moments with Azula and Ozai. He just like got like just... It was like 50-50 crap when it came to parenting. His mom seemed awesome, and that might have been the thing that like kept Ozai kind of a little bit even keel, is that maybe he did love his wife. I think it's an arranged marriage because of the Roku Sozin connection. But if it's not, and what's crazy is that you have Zuko, who is part Roku and part Sozin, and so is Azula, but she is definitely more Sozin, and he is becoming more Roku. Hopefully that means he's becoming like his mom. But no Uncle Iroh. We got a horrible tea joke because we don't really know what the lead up was. You can't just tell the punchline and just be like, that's funny. Like, no. Zuko's just not good at that. He's just not good. And it's because he's not socialized to be. You know, he didn't get to hang out with a bunch of buddies and like, you know, shoot the shit. Like he's, you know, he's been Zuko his whole life. So I think like him having these moments, it's good. And like, you know, he was kind of like upset that like the joke didn't land. And then when like they kind of made fun of it and everything, he softened a little bit when they started laughing because it felt like he was part of a fun group. He's got to let go maybe a little bit more. Still a little bit uptight, but definitely him having these moments with Sokka, like how they were so uncomfortable in the balloon when they were talking with each other, like they don't know how to relate to each other. And I think the more of these missions and adventures that they go on, the more Zuko will really find kind of like his laid back self a little bit more. And I'm excited for that. Not like the happy-go-lucky one we saw serving tea, because that was super uncomfortable. But I mean, like, I'm enjoying this Zuko so much more because he's not filled with rage. I think that like, because like he's not led by his anger anymore. and he's got this new purpose, and I think that that's so healthy, and like I'm enjoying it a lot. And we got Suki back. I was so happy to see Suki. Like, I didn't know, because with Jet being killed off camera and them never really giving us a resolution, but obviously the writers were like, no, like, you know, like Nickelodeon's not like, yeah, let's kill a kid on TV. I was like, please don't let that be what happened to Suki. You know, it's kind of like when Appa was gone for like, 6 episodes. It was like, where's Appa? Of course, Appa and Suki were on different levels of how much I cared about them, because like Appa is Appa. But I'm so happy to have Suki back. I'm so happy for Sokka and Suki sitting in a tree. That's a lot of S's. But I think we're gonna see her eventually rescue the Kyoshi warriors and let them unleash on the Fire Nation. We have one new Fire Nation guy with us, so I think that's great. I don't know what Chit Sing's going to bring to the group. He might just go off, but, he left his girlfriend and his friend behind, so I don't know where he's going to go. If he stays with the group, like it at least gives a little bit more insight into the Fire Nation, and he's kind of an inside guy a little bit. Yeah, definitely when the title, The Boiling Rock, came up, I was like, what does that mean? Like, I was just like, because we had the boulder, I was like, is that a wrestling name? Is this going to be like an earthbending episode, even though it's the Book of Fire? Like, I was just like, that sounds like a restaurant, like the Boiling Crab. That's not what I expected for a prison to be in the middle of a volcano and a boiling lake. But yeah, much scarier than Alcatraz. I love that we have Sokka, who is so highly intelligent. Like, he can be a doofus all he wants, but when he like locks in, he gets a plan. Like, so intelligent. And him coming up with ways to get off the island. I mean, there'd never been an escape there before, and Sokka almost accomplished it twice. As long as what's-his-face didn't get impatient and burn himself, he probably would have been off that island. So now that we got Hakoda back, I don't know if the rest of the season will be rescuing people, or if it will be planning for Sozin's Comet and the end of summer, and Aang fighting the Fire Lord. That's a lot of F's. A lot of F's, a lot of S's. I've got some lathy mouth happening today. But, Azula is going to be filled with rage because of what happened with her friends. I think that she's going to want to defeat Zuko. But I feel like Azula and Zuko are going to have a face-off. Like, it's going to be like the ultimate Agni Kai or something. Like, it's going to be something, because like he's already stated that like defeating the Fire Lord is not up to him, it's up to the Avatar. So I think maybe Zuko needs to distract Azula while Aang is doing what he needs to do. Toph, if she can manipulate Sozin's Comet because she's already bending meteorite. Katara making a big ball of water to douse it so it puts out a fire. I don't know. I'm trying to come up with ways in which we defeat the Fire Lord, and I'm tapping into Roku and like a friendship transcending time, like if that would be phenomenal. I'm just like trying to come up with any way that I possibly can. And then, of course, Uncle Iroh planting a flag on the throne and saying, I'm the Fire Lord. Bye, Ozai. I don't know. I want to see Uncle Iroh, and I don't know if initially this was the trajectory of his story because of his voice actor passing and the new voice actor taking over. If they're just kind of like keeping him out of the series for a while, or if it's so like how we have Appa's absence and we have Suki's absence and then we have Iroh's absence, like if that's a way to build like a triumphant moment to come. I'm really hoping that that's the case. But guys, if you want to watch a full-length reaction to this episode, it is available on my Patreon. Actually, these 2 episodes, it did air as one on Netflix. I believe it's episode 13 on Netflix. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below, because did you expect Ty Lee to do that to Azula? I mean, especially May, like, standing her ground against Azula. I love that. But Ty Lee physically stopping Azula from hurting May, I just... I was so surprised. And again, like, if I saw it coming, I would have been like, oh yeah, May's gonna, like, you know, I thought she was like, oh no, what's gonna happen? And she was just gonna be a bystander. And when she got involved, couldn't have been more proud of that girl. Couldn't have been more proud of that girl. I want to watch more, but I know I can't. I need to take a break. I need to let it settle. I need to, like, digest what it is that I have just watched and really take it in and appreciate every single moment that we got. I love this show. I wish it didn't have to end, but I'm so happy that, like, I started watching it and I appreciate it so much. And I appreciate all of you, everyone that wants to talk to me about these episodes, whether it's on Patreon or Instagram or in the comments. People send me emails. Like, it's phenomenal what this show has done for people who have watched it and how much it just, like, lives inside of us. And, you know, like, I gotta tell you, like this is something that, like, I would love to rewatch with, like, my nieces and nephews and, like, introduce, you know, kids to this at a young age so they can, like, have fun watching it as a kid, but then when they rewatch it when they're older, the lessons mean something different. And I feel like this needs to be shown in school. Like, it has to be, like, you know, Avatar month, where every day they watch a couple episodes at school and, you know, write reports on it. And, you know, it's definitely a study in being human and emotions and parallels and just character, definitely character development. But guys, I can't wait for the next couple episodes. But in the meantime, I'm going to take a break. Just a little break, maybe a day or two, and then I'll launch into more episodes. Okay, I'll see ya.